This is something that I decided to throw in here. This is my brother, Vincent. So I actually decided to make this trip to a few weeks ago to go back to Singapore to visit my brother. So at the time, I haven't decided to go to KL. It was just to see my brother. So my brother is currently 64 years old. When he was in his early 50s, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. And it was actually very early for anyone to be diagnosed with Parkinson's. And it came as a huge shock because he is somebody who takes care of himself. He eats well. He exercises. He's very active. He's very mindful. So we really don't know how he, came down with this neuro disorder. So that's what Parkinson's disease is. It's a neuro disorder. So for anyone who doesn't know what that is, it's the degeneration of your neural system will over time have us lose control of our muscular system, of our muscles. So this is a picture that was taken of my brother in March 2025. So he was already more than 10 years into his Parkinson's disease. So he went through a very dark phase. For somebody who's active, who now, felt like he's bound and stuck in his body because he doesn't walk very well, he's not very stable, he cannot walk very far, he doesn't have an active lifestyle anymore. His speech was blurred, so it's very hard for him to communicate with anybody. So last year when I went back to Singapore, I find myself unable to communicate with him because I could not understand anything that he said to me. So that was very heartbreaking for me to not be able to communicate with him anymore. And so in March, I had this picture taken by our helper, because that was the day he started to patch in March 2025. So the picture on the right was actually taken this morning, 23rd of July. My brother actually woke up at 6 a.m. because he wanted to send me to the airport. So you see how happy he looks here? He has actually put on weight. His appetite is good. Not to say he's actually much better looking than the photo from the left. But what is truly amazing is this trip, I could actually communicate with him. I could actually understand what he says. The reason why Parkinson's patients have problem with the communication is because our speech is actually vocal muscles. So the Parkinson's disease started to affect his vocal muscles. So he was not able to speak loud. He was not able to pronounce the words because of his vocal cords. So he hasn't done anything different. He's been taking his Parkinson's disease medication, but he's been patching for coming to 3 months. And that is the difference that has made for him. When I started him on the patches, it was Eon for the inflammation for his body, and definitely X39. And I also know that carnosine makes a difference for brain health and muscular health as well. So those are the 3 patches that I've given him for the last 3 months, almost 3 months, yes. So recently on this trip, I connected with James Lowe, and he's recommended that I patch my brother with X49, which is another stem cells. And I'm now patching him on the bottom of his big toe, because that's the acupoint that is directly connected with our brain. So yeah, he's just been patching for 2 days with that. And I'm very grateful that I got to learn about all these different ways that I could share with my brother that he would patch. So yeah, so I am, coming back to Hong Kong today. I was just very, very grateful that I could do this little bit of support for my brother, for him to start slowly gaining health, improving his health and the quality of his life for himself. So I feel that I'm being called to do this. Because I'm just very grateful that I'm able to make that difference for him and for other people that I've shared life wave patches with. Yeah. So that's my sharing for tonight.